Compare hundreds of travel sites for thousands of trips. Kayak, search one and done.
Welcome to the back of your mind. This is where we learn how to eat with you. Cool.
And good on the second.
Introducing Microtouch Solo Titanium. Body electric laser with trims, edges, grooves, and shapes. Now with titanium-coated stainless steel blades for more precision and durability. Snap on the guide to take and shape your beard. Double trim exactly to your style. Snap on the guide and edge sideburns, beards, and goatees. Advanced cutting performance. Perfect full body grooming. Get yours now at solotitanium.com. Excellent shades.
I made sacrifices for my country.
We say support our troops.
I'm not going to let my military that I proudly serve be racist.
You think she's in there? No, it's more intense.
They're staring at this dead lifestyle.
That's why devices are designed to release your body's deepest muscle tension. So
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands. I called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Trying anything now to get them out of this.
Adjustable bed. Craftmatic would like to give you this limited edition, fully adjustable base free with purchase of any twin, full, queen, or king size mattress. Call 800-230-5698. Call now.
Selling a home is expensive and stressful. So we set out to create a better
Over
home
2.5 minutes off
with a
the clock
network
of
of
this
the most
final
successful real estate agents in America. They'll sell your home for as little as a 2% commission.
The icing on the cake we saved $12,000.
Driving to the basket.
They were so
Down to 5 on the
stress-free.
shot
The
clock.
whole process was
And
amazing.
again,
Yeah,
Denver,
definitely.
We are not a
The
good company.
Trailblazers have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter.
The best results.
Pass to McCollum. There's the three. And the
Tomorrow night's nine. Closed captioning is brought to you by Amber. Clinically shown to release 12 menopause symptoms. Available in stores everywhere.
Right now, this
Hot
team
flashes, night sweats, and low energy. Try Amberin. Amberin safely relieves 12 menopause
Outside
symptoms
Murray.
and helps restore hormonal balance.
It's stolen
Available
by
in
Nurkic.
stores nationwide.
defended by
I'm
Gordon.
meteorologist Allison Chitchell with the Winter Memorial Day weekend forecast. Unfortunately, it's going to start off pretty soggy for areas of the Northeast and even into the Mid-Atlantic. We have some rain showers continuing to push through places like Boston, Philadelphia, New York, even around Washington, D.C., where they could pick up as much as 2 to 4 inches of rain total. In addition to that, it's pretty chilly there. You've got places like Boston, New York, Pittsburgh, even Columbus that are all about 20 degrees below normal. Many of them, they barely make it into the low 50s for high temperatures for today. We also have some areas of showers and even thunderstorms across portions of the coastal Carolinas and some strong to severe thunderstorms out west, places like eastern Colorado, eastern New Mexico, where we could end up getting damaging winds, large hail the size of golf balls, and even some isolated tornadoes. Severe storms will continue across the central U.S. not only Sunday, but also into Memorial Day itself. We also have the potential for yet again another set of rain showers into the northeast on Memorial Day as well, portions of the southeast will carry. The next hour at CNN Newsroom starts right now. Good afternoon to you. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Jessica Dean in this weekend for Frederica Whitfield. More people are flying this Memorial Day weekend than during any time since the start of the pandemic. The TSA reporting that nearly 2 million people traveled through airport checkpoints on Friday alone. Millions of Americans taking to the skies as most states ditch mask mandates and lift restrictions for people who have gotten vaccinated. More than 133 million Americans are now fully vaccinated. That makes up just over 40% of the population. 10 states have already reached the Biden administration's goal of vaccinating 70% of adults with at least one dose by July 4th. That's according to the latest CDC data. CNN's Paul Verkaman joins me now from Santa Monica Beach in California. We want to begin, though, with CNN's Natasha Chen in Miami Beach, Florida. Natasha, people excited to be back outside, I would imagine.
That's just a high
Justin, people are so excited to party. I mean, the crowds last night on the streets out here were so intense and created traffic gridlock. And we're seeing people just very excited, some of them taking their first trips since the pandemic began. Even the mayor of Miami Beach is saying the volume of people coming here is unprecedented, which of course creates its own problems as far as crowd control, and he's reminding everyone the virus is still here. We did talk to a couple of people who traveled in from Gulfport, Mississippi to celebrate a birthday with 50 other people who also traveled in from out of state. Of course, the first time they're experiencing getting together with this many people since the COVID-19 pandemic. Here's what they said.
Points in the game.
Last night it was kind of great while coming back here, so it was definitely, we knew the party was about to start.
Thank you.
This has gone back to a little bit of normalcy.
In the third.
Almost forgetting about it. That's the tone here. And of course, restrictions have been relatively lax in Florida, but now we are really seeing, social distancing markers removed and signs that tell vaccinated people they don't have to wear a mask even indoors. So people are feeling much more relaxed. Businesses, of course, very excited to see those dollars come in after suffering through the past year. Hotel occupancy in this county right now, for the first time this year, is hitting about the same mark as this same week in 2019. Wow, what a difference that seems big, right, Natasha? Thanks so much. And Paul, you're in Santa Monica, California. California, one of only 3 states that still has a mask mandate in place. So over on the other side of the country, I'm curious if life is beginning to return to normal there as the state prepares to fully reopen.
The Nuggets have gone 8 of 15 in the third quarter.
Is it ever, and especially where I'm standing, Santa Monica, California, a tourist town, and yes, I've been vaccinated, so that's the mayor. We'll talk about it in a second. But what happened here in Santa Monica a year ago, absolute calamity. We saw these beaches shut down last summer. This really just sucked the lifeblood out of Santa Monica. Now, glimmers of hope, but still tough times. And I'll bring in Mayor Sue Himmelrich. Mayor, how did you survive with your tax revenue? All these hotels and businesses absolutely was obliterated.
Well, our staff was amazing. We took some voluntary retirements, laid off some people, but I'm so thrilled that we are coming back now. We're working on our new budget, which is still very short of where it was, but you can see around you, people are coming back to the beach, back to the sun, back to the water, back to the pier, which was shut for a long time last year, and we're hopeful that we'll be back.
You had to use attrition and some other techniques just to try to get by as a city. Can you explain that?
Yes, well, we lost about a quarter of our revenues. Most of our revenues come from tourism and parking, and all of that went to basically zero for several months last year. We've gotten some federal funds, $29 million, thanks to our fantastic Congressman Ted Lieu, and we have finance staff that has made our budget fit our community priorities, which is what our budget ought to be. So our budget reflects our values. We've fed people who don't have food, we've housed people who don't have housing, and we are working towards a robust recovery for Santa Monica with an eye towards equity and inclusion.
And we should note it's a little gray right now this morning. We know the sun will come out, and we will see a scene that will warm your heart, which is people back to this beach.
Well, I see people on this beach now because you can't keep people away from the beach no matter what. And it will be sunny, and people will be on the pier, and people will be on the roller coaster, and Santa Monica welcomes.
Thank you so much for taking time out, Mayor. Congratulations on surviving all this. As you've heard, Jessica, she's looking forward to people coming back here and that Ferris wheel moving again. And that's a sign that California is coming back to life. Back to you.
All right, Palmer Cameron and Natasha Chin and the mayor, thanks to all of you. While the coronavirus pandemic has claimed more than 3.5 million lives worldwide, there's still no definitive answer on how exactly the virus originated. But the New York Times reports U.S. intelligence officials told the White House there is still unexamined evidence that could possibly help answer that question. question, and CNN's Natasha Bertrand joins me now with more on how the White House is planning to get to the bottom of this mystery. Natasha, what are you learning about this?
Make the feed before the defense has a chance
So what we're told from our sources, Jessica, is that the White House is really trying to get the intelligence community to redouble its efforts and re-examine all of the intelligence that it has gathered on this point. And part of that will entail the help from the Department of Energy's national labs. They have supercomputers that can help the intelligence community sift through these mountains of data, mountains of signals intelligence that they have collected over the last year to make sure that they haven't missed anything that could allow them to get closer to the answer as to what actually caused this pandemic. The White House also really wants to elevate science. They really want to empower more traditional scientists throughout this 90-day sprint because they recognize how important even open source information that scientists can analyze can be to getting closer to this answer. And our sources tell us that actually traditional scientists and within the intelligence community, kind of the lab coat type people, are feeling a bit drowned out over the last year because some of them who felt like the lab coat theory was a little bit more plausible felt like they were being drowned out by intelligence community elements who maybe believed based on intercepts or whatever other intelligence they had gathered that perhaps it's more likely that this came from an animal. But still no consensus at all by the intelligence community which theory is more likely. And that's in part because of all the signals intelligence that they have gathered over the last year. There are no intercepted conversations between Chinese government officials that the U.S. is eavesdropping on, is spying on, that could get us closer to this answer. No sign of a scramble, for example, after a lab leak. No sign of Chinese officials trying to cover anything up. So right now, it's really just kind of going back to the drawing board, using the help of the Department of Energy National Labs to try to sift through all of this data and see if we can come any closer to an answer, Jessica. Fascinating. All right, Natasha Bertrand, thanks so much for that great reporting. We appreciate it. And joining us now is Asha Rangappa, who is CNN legal and national security analyst, a former FBI special agent as well. Asha, always great to have you on. Thanks for making time this afternoon. I'm curious what you make of the president giving the intelligence community 90 days to report back. Yes, well, this is not an investigation in kind of the way that we normally think of this. The intelligence community, as Natasha just mentioned, is comprised of ODNI and 17 different agencies that all have different competencies and expertise. They are collecting raw intelligence, then they analyze it, they disseminate it until they get to, an assessment, a picture of what's going on. And so what's happening here is this is really a direction from the president to, prioritize this particular collection requirement and analyze it more fully. What's different about the coronavirus intelligence that they're gathering is that it requires high levels of scientific and medical expertise in order to parse and understand. So this is where, the labs are going to come in, and the idea here is to, basically take a blurry picture in which they don't have clear confidence in what theory is correct and bring it into sharper focus in the that makes sense. And President Biden has asked the intelligence community to go over that material with the help of the national labs, their computers. How is this? I know you talked about how this is a little bit different and that the way they're going to go about this, but help us really understand how this is a departure from maybe the traditional way things might be done.
I'm a big believer in rest and recovery.
Well, as I mentioned, different agencies have different competencies, different approaches to intelligence. Some may be collecting human intelligence, Natasha mentioned signals intelligence, conversations, there may be research data that needs to be parsed through. And it sounds like from Natasha's reporting that they have voluminous raw intelligence. They just, they don't either, they haven't even analyzed it fully. Maybe they're not sure about the reliability, it's not corroborated, and so this is kind of bringing it all together with a more focused attempt to analyze it and to bring that confidence level up. So low confidence, it's not unusual, it just means that, they don't have the corroboration or the reliability of what they have right now. You want to, corroborate that it's understanding intelligence to bring that confidence level so that they can perhaps land on a theory. And I think this is really important because there are other narratives that are coming out from China at this moment about the origins of the virus that, in many ways the U.S. needs to respond to.
And as I'm sitting here listening to you talk about what they're going to be doing, how this is going to work, it seems very complicated and difficult. It seems like quite a challenge. Is that correct? I mean, this sounds like a very hard thing to do. What are they up against as they try to collect all this information and sift through all of this?
I don't know that it's necessarily, this is what the intelligence agencies do. Like I said, I think what's different here is the level of scientific expertise that's needed, and it sounds like they're bringing in those experts into this analysis. I mean, what's different here is, normally you might be looking at, say, the geopolitical situation, in an area, in a region, and you're using analysts who have expertise in that region, and that's, something that they're used to. To bring this into an area of, the virus, science, medicine, you need a different kind of background and expertise. So that's, I think, what they're bringing in and trying to focus it more. Like I said, China has been promoting a narrative, a disinformation narrative, that the virus originated in the U.S. As, a U.S. government weapon, which has echoes of what the Soviet Union did in the 1980s with the AIDS virus. It was a highly successful disinformation campaign and really damaging to our long-term public health efforts, because where this information took hold, for example, in Africa, when we were trying to combat AIDS, for example, the people didn't trust the U.S. government. So we want to combat that. So another thing that's unusual here, Jessica, is the fact that this is being made public, that President Biden is saying we're going to get to the bottom of this, which is both, I think, countering the narrative that China is putting out, but also sending Beijing a message that we will get to the bottom of this and we will be transparent about it. And so that is really important in terms of, nipping conspiracy theories in the bud.
Right, and we have learned. You got to nip them in the bud, right? All right, Asha Rangappa, thanks so much for being with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And coming up, 450 people charged, 5 people killed, yet no independent investigation.
Our Confident Forever plan is possible with a CFP professional.
A CFP professional can help you build a complete financial plan. Visit letsmakeaplan.org to find your CFP professional.
Ordering pizza with slice is a win-win. You support local pizzerias, we reward you free pizza. Win! No crazy fees for you or the shop. Double win. So download Slice, order pizza today, and earn free pizza fast.
The new Samsung Galaxy S21. It is. Show me. Just hit record. See that? You're filming in 8K. That's cinema quality. Straight from video. Impressive.
But will it last the whole trip?
Flat battery all day. And then more. This is different. Don't you?
Toe fungus is tough to kill, and it can spread.
It's time to start using Funky Nail. Maximum Strength Funky Nail is so powerful it cures and prevents fungal infections. Plus, it has aloe and tea tree oil to restore skin health. Say goodbye to toe fungus with Funky Nail.
Join the savvy customers who for decades have been using rockauto.com to access the info hidden behind parts counters. Take advantage of reliably low prices.
Twisted gas they're sleek, rechargeable, incredibly comfortable, and virtually invisible in your ear, and they sound amazing.
Hearing aids.
You are correct. These top-of-the-line hearing aids from Eargo are straight out of the picture. They're rechargeable and virtually invisible in your ears. Convenient.
This Memorial Day, save $400 on Eargo Neo Hi-Fi. Limited time offer.
Meet Ring Along. It's the home protecting, easy installing, crime deterring, professional monitoring, first responding, flood sensing, smoke detecting, security system that you can pick up and install on your own today. Learn more at ring.com.
Online dating? I know people meet that way, but where would I even begin?
Open laptop, go to OurTime.com, look for free. It's easy to take a look on Our Time, the fastest growing dating site for people over 50.
Out here, Memorial Day weekend is an opportunity to enjoy what's around you. To take pride in your man. To fire up reasons to be together. to collect new memories, and grow in fresh ways. You live life out here to the fullest. So in more than 1,900 communities, we're here with everything you need to bring on the new day. And with the services that make shopping easier than ever. Tractor Supply, everything you need for life out here.
Re-entering data that employees could enter themselves. That's why I get up in the morning.
I have a secret method for remembering all of my HR passwords.
My boss doesn't remember approving my time off. Let's just find that email.
The old way of doing business slows everyone down. With Paycom, employees enter and manage their own HR data in one easy-to-use software. Visit paycom.com for a free demo.
Some breaking news now just in. The NYPD has confirmed to CNN the suspected gunman who allegedly opened fire in Times Square earlier this month has been extradited from Florida and charged. You'll remember 2 women and a 4-year-old girl were wounded during that shooting. 31-year-old Farhan Muhammad is facing multiple charges, including attempted murder. In an exclusive interview with WCJB at the Bradford County Jail in Florida, Muhammad denied his involvement in the shooting, saying he was not in New York City at that time. Now coming back here to Washington, D.C., where Republican senators have blocked a bipartisan probe into the January 6th insurrection. Before that vote on Friday, several senators met with the mother and girlfriend of fallen Capitol Police Officer Brian Sicknick. Sicknick's loved ones say they are not surprised with the outcome, but they are blasting senators for paying lip service to supporting them while refusing to investigate what happened that day. They spoke exclusively with CNN's Jake Tapper yesterday.
Well, those people were there to, destroy the will of the people. They could have destabilized government as we know it. The vice president was in the building. People were after the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi. I mean, it's just unbelievable to me that they could do nothing about this. And now is not the time to sit around and say, well, maybe we'll do something in the future. The time to do something is now. Do they want their children,
this kind of insurrection.
right, yeah, do they want their children to grow up like this? I mean, do they really want those people that we saw on January 6th, do they want them to be like that? They want a government that, that is with these people? I just don't understand it.
With the bipartisan commission now off the table, Democrats are looking at their options to move forward with their own investigation. CNN congressional correspondent Ryan Nobles has more now from Capitol Hill.
It may have taken a little bit longer than expected.
3/5 of the senators duly chosen and sworn not having voted in the affirmative, the motion is not agreed to.
But the outcome was never in doubt. Republicans successfully blocking an attempt to form an independent commission to investigate the January 6th insurrection. The final vote, 54 to 35. 60 votes were needed to move the measure forward.
But out of fear or fealty to Donald Trump, the Republican minority just prevented the American people from getting the full truth about January 6th.
6 Republicans voted yes. Among them named Susan Collins, who attempted to make changes to the bill to bring her fellow Republicans on board. It was not enough. Louisiana's Bill Cassidy, who voted yes and voted to impeach former President Trump, warned his colleagues they will now lose a voice in future investigations. The investigations will happen with or without Republicans. To ensure the investigations are fair, impartial, and focused on facts, Republicans need to be involved. And Democrats are already hinting that is the direction they will go. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, who made a number of concessions to get the bill over the finish line in the House, vowed she was not done investigating what happened on January 6th. Honoring our responsibility to the Congress in which we serve and the country which we love, Democrats will proceed to find the truth. The Republican refusal to form the independent commission comes at the same time as a CNN review reveals 450 people have been charged in connection with the insurrection, and as moderate GOP voices are increasingly becoming drowned out by the allies of former President Donald Trump. The former House Speaker Paul Ryan, speaking from the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library, the latest to insert himself into the party's civil war. If the conservative cause depends on the populist appeal of one personality, or of second-rate invitations, then we're not going anywhere. His effort, mocked by Trump, called Ryan a, quote, weak and ineffective leader, spends all of his time fighting Republicans, while Trump clone Matt Gaetz, arm in arm with Marjorie Taylor Greene, making it clear who runs the GOP, like it or not.
This is Donald Trump's party taking advice on party building from Paul Ryan would be like taking advice on how to interact with your in-laws from Meghan Markle.
And despite the gravity of this legislation, 11 members of the Senate didn't even show up to vote. 9 Republicans and 2 Democrats were not here. Some of them offering up excuses for why they couldn't be here and how they might have voted. Among them, Pennsylvania's Pat Toomey, who said that he would have voted yes, though he is a Republican, it would not have been enough to change the outcome. Ryan Nobles, CNN on Capitol Hill.
11 senators not there to vote. All right, Brian, thanks so much. Up next, another state is cracking down on voting rights. Lawmakers in Texas working through the weekend to strike a deal before a critical deadline.
Yeah, when people ask me for some money, I tell them get in line. I know the I done pay for all my. I got that seem that all I hear is siren. I text my but I guess he ain't replying. Smile in your face and when you turn your back, they you spine. I wear shades and carry like I'm legally blind. I tall in the coupe so I'm easy to find. She want Versace so I flew her straight out to Milan. It ain't no capping in my rap, you know you need a. I'm from the south side off on that, I'm in my bag, I got a grown. Get upset if I don't give them no money. But you ain't do nothing to them when they on your home. I ain't saving nobody unless she here to stay. You know the smash the waist. You know the tires smash the rims smash the rate. And then she loyal, then she spoiled. That's my baby. You save me from myself. I don't need nobody else. You save me from myself. I don't need nobody else. You save me from myself. He just want attention. That nation business. I stand tall, so when you talk, I listen. That money talk. So I'm just hoping I'm the one they mention. Upgrade my swag, I walk on stage and still got out Savannah. Cause my lip, no such thing as missing. And plus I'm fresh about that. I go hard, no quit. I bought that work, I don't need no. Spend down around it, post it on the block. Ain't let nobody on love yourself.
Yeah, way to get that rock, man.
Tell him roll up. Tell him roll up. I got big ass on my forearm. See me shining from the other section. I done put a Lambo on my wrist. I done put a Lambo on my wrist. I done put a Lambo on my wrist. Don't get it. I done put a Lambo on my wrist. Lambo on my wrist. Done got rich, don't get no shit. 350 cash. Didn't even do the dash. Room full of bicycles. You looking like staff. I'm on the warpath. I go. Give me that. You ain't nothing to me. My partner swing the block like Uber Eats. I put a Lambo on my wrist. Hey, stand on this pound, I be 6'8". Hey, I buy your bro, help you rent. Pay me enough frames. Chunk of range. No, I can't say that. I got my head stuck in the wall. I put a Lambo on my wrist. I done put a Lambo on my wrist. I done put a Lambo on my wrist. Done got rich, don't get no shit. I put a Lambo on my wrist. I put a Lambo on my wrist. I put a Lambo on my wrist. Done got rich, don't get no shit.
Started.
I think there's something I've been waiting for. I've been asking if it's something that I'm ready for. I was out looking for love. Then I found you and you put me in the zone. When I'm with you, I feel like I be in my zone. When I'm sleeping low, you feel like a dreamer. When you leave me, baby, it's all the gold. I can't help it that we connected at the soul. Show me how to love. This my heart that I want to lose. When I'm with you, I feel like I be in the zone. When I'm with you, I feel like I be in my zone. When I'm with you, I feel like I be in my zone. When I'm with you, I feel like I be in my zone. It's always ways to hate. Been through so much, almost gave up.
Set it up!
like I be in my zone.
Shot!
Remember back when had nothing. I'm talking about nothing. Now walk around pocket full of money. Probably worth a couple hundred. Yeah, we came up out the mud hustle. Then we flipped that nothing into something. And these talking down so long that they don't know that we above it. Look, I'm way too blessed to be stressed. Way too fresh to move. I'm way too fresh to finish. So I'm saying, I gotta change. I gotta catch up on that. I ain't chasing no image. I don't even take pictures. My kids, they gotta crawl before they learn how to walk. Now show them boys how to stand, so we can show them how to walk. I've been chasing pesos, so I be in my jail till it get a bankroll. Burn it up. Never let a day go by. I've been chasing pesos, so I be in my jail. Get a bankroll. Burn it up. Burn it up. Burn it up. Burn it up. I sleep one eye open. I'm always ready for the man in the mirror ain't the only one I put my trust in. I get it 100 different ways. I was worried that it said I ain't worried about a whip or chain. Ain't nothing rich but my soul, dog. I'm my heart from the club, dog. But my heart still cold, dog. Tryna stuff 100 in the gold, dog. Said they know P, but they keep it G. I don't know y'all from the east side. I'm talking Milk Road, Shandy Park over the Hickman Road, Louis Jack over at East Lamar. So she followed my trip, tryna the way. Told her hop out the way, tryna fill up a safe till they run out of space. Watch the screen. But I've been chasing pesos, so I be in my jail till it get a bankroll.
Walk.
But I've been chasing pesos, so I be in my jail till it get a bankroll. Burn it up. Burn it up. Burn it up.
No. Good board, baby. Yeah. Yep. Give him Pop it. Hit me, I'm open.
My head on straight, I'm shaking it. All these pull up on me to. I ain't worried about no bread, cause I be making it. I think that I got what it takes. So be the man and my mama thinks she raised. Be the man to make up the play. Be the one I bring on that steak. Bring but y'all just can't get up on our level. I see you better believe me. Ain't nothing about this like me. But everybody wanna see me. I swear it feel like my whole life I'm on the TV. Yeah, ain't dropping down. Start to whip it. I crashed that and then I painted it. My whole life they never seen me. Yeah. Tell me something. Who you wanna be with when you finally get there? I say you better believe me. Ain't nothing about this like
Flowers. Grab it.
It's about that time. Let's bounce. I got the kingdom back. I got the kingdom back. I got the kingdom back. We got the way for some. We killing the game on the low. We killing the game on the low. Shit. I got the kingdom back. 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 All of my team on the low. Right here. We got the way for some. We killing the game on the low. We killing the game on the low. Me and my squad come and pull up. We get the juice. It's only for us that is major. I bring it up, this is the game. Let's go. Now I'm up like a champ, beat a major case. I believe in myself, that's the time to wait. Make a place in the game, you know I'm playing.
Gotta move, go!
I'm made out of diamonds, no rumors. Yeah.
Come get it, come get it!
We killing the game on the low. I got the kingdom. I got the kingdom. I got the kingdom. I got the kingdom. We got the way for sure. We killing the game on the low.
Come on, come on. Close again.
They be looking for a cheap handout. Last door for the map to the bank route. Got cash in my wallet, but I can't doubt. Gonna sprout. Can I get into the total likely another road bouncing the move level. He said it was staged in the room and I got caught. Listening to Nicky, we got caught in the baby. I work. It's my job.
Out of bounds.
I love Sprite, Missy Sierra because it's a body party. She knows she's surfing and catch up on the waves. Stressing for minimum wage, told me to act my age. Well, I'm 24, 300, depending on my seeds. So that you really believe it. When you beat it, singing auto-tune, so I get T-Pain. Keep taking that. Confident, I like to call her Kanye. The scary part about the fact is that she just said feisty because I love her hard as hell. Tell her let me be just because we get right here in the club with the and I said not to cause we turn into
Blocking.
Kick down the door, make sure it's open. You got me. For me and all the people that I roll with, Jules. Me and all the people that I roll with, Jules.
Jump ball. You too.
Lately I've been feeling like ain't nobody out there be coming in. When we pull up on the scene, don't be macking at yours. Lately I like we be out the garden. Big old rocks out the garden. Y'all be here while we starving. Nice and I'm smarter. Don't be coming George. Kick down the door, make sure it's open.
They just mad they ain't chosen. I work graveyard shifts while your top rapper stay play away when he goes in. You ain't even on the board. All I do is get goals in. Yeah, you gotta let it go, but you ain't never going I tell you like I told them. You don't cross what you don't know, cause you don't know what he's holding. You should
gangster. Talking out a lot, put him right back in the corner. Someone get them boys, getting body by order. Didn't know that they be more of us. Trust me, boy, we got it all. We got infinite smalls. Y'all don't wanna get involved. The goons will put you in the back of the bus, they gon' take you on tour. Got the other one on the pedal to the floor. Hard body, body like got me. Don Dada like John Gotti. Kick down the door, make sure it's on. Good, good. For me and all the people that I roll. One shot. Roll it, Jules. Me and all the people that I roll it, Jules. Come around. I should tell you about a story about the roads that grew from concrete. You see the chip cracks on the buildings and on the pavement. It was like the chip that the roads had on its shoulder, you could say.
Yo, watch it.